Welcome to the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill Weekend Wrap, where we highlight a few of the storylines that occurred in sprint car racing around the country over the weekend. Before we get into the racing, don't forget to check out Moose's LZ in Jonestown, PA for some great food at a great price. You won't regret it. Brent Marks made the 1,400-mile trek to the lower Midwest to compete against the World of Outlaws in Oklahoma and Texas. Night one in Oklahoma at Lawton Speedway was rained out, but Marks made the trip pay off on Saturday at Devil's Bowl Speedway when he beat the World of Outlaws for a $20,000 score. It was his eighth career win with the series and his second win of the season overall. A year ago, I made mention that I thought Marks was one of the biggest stories in sprint car racing. He left CJB Motorsports, which is in April, in a kind of unprecedented move with a driver jumping teams early, got back in his own car and rattled off 14 wins to have a career year for the Myerstown, PA ace. Included in those wins were 3 against the World of Outlaws, which really put him on the map in 2021. It also led to a question coming into 2022. Was it a one-time occurrence, or would he be able to back that up? I think Marks has answered that pretty emphatically already this season. He's here to stay. He has 2 wins this year. As I said, beats the World of Outlaws in Texas. He has a very hefty schedule on tap for 2022. And now I feel he is a threat to win anytime he pulls into the pit area, regardless of where it is. And more important, I think he's in line to possibly win another crown jewel this year. He has a Williams Grove National Open title already, but I think he's strong enough that he could win one at Eldora, i.e. the King's Royal, a race he's been good at in the past. Back in Pennsylvania, Dietrich put together one of the more dominating performances I've seen at Lincoln Speedway in quite some time. He carved his way through the field from 10th to 1st in 5 laps, and basically after that, the race was over. It was his second straight win at the Abbottstown Oval, and also the 57th of his career, breaking the tie with the late Bobby Abel. Dietrich has been fast over the last couple years, no doubt about it, but it only equated to 6 wins in 2021, which got a lot of people talking. Coming into last year, they thought 20 wins was possible, especially after 4 straight years of reaching double digits. He had 51 wins during that time. Obviously, now that there's no pressure to win 20 wins. Nobody's talking about that after last year, except now maybe Dietrich. He's rattled off 2 wins already and looks poised to make a run at that number. I definitely think he gets double digits, but whether he can get to 20 wins, which is something he's been trying to do for years, it's a goal he's set for himself. It's going to depend how he performs in time trial shows. He gets a crack this week at the Weldon Sterner Memorial at Lincoln Speedway, so stay tuned to see how he performs in a higher profile event at Lincoln. Moving back on the road, Shark Racing. It seems like 2 teams going in 2 different directions so far in 2022 for Shark Racing. Jacob Allen has qualified for dashes 7 times this year. That's 1 behind David Gravel for the series lead. He also rattled off a top 5 finish at Devil's Bowl this week. It was his first top 5 finish of the season as well. As for Logan Schuchart, he was running 3rd in his heat race on Saturday night and had motor trouble. They changed the motor. He wins the B main, but he's pinned back in the field, starts 21st, could only get to 16th. It was tough to pass. And again, not the performance Schuchart was looking for at a track that he's been pretty dominant at in recent memory. Schuchart has no wins in 2022 so far in 12 events. He only has 2 top 5s and 6 top 10s, whereas Jacob is putting himself in position, timing better, and putting himself in position for good finishes by making the dash. As for Schuchart, it's been a struggle this year. He's 8th in points. He's like 140 points out of first place, which is tough to make up, even though there's roughly 71 races left on the schedule. It's been a mix of misfortune and a lack of speed for Schuhart in 2022, and one has to wonder when and if this team can turn it around in the near future. That's going to wrap up another edition of the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill Weekend Wrap. For more coverage of sprint car racing around the country, head over to sprintcarunlimited.com for our exclusive coverage. It's only $35 for a year. You can also check out our YouTube page and subscribe for free. We'll be back next Monday with another edition of the Weekend Wrap. Stay tuned.